Hello and welcome to the second video in our split series. This video we're going to be concentrating on our inner thighs. Inner thigh flexibility will help you to achieve your goal of the splits. Set your intention. Inhale positivity and optimism. Let's get started. We're going to start off this session with sun salutation vinyasa. Inhale and bring your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward into standing forward bend. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend back down and step back into plank pose. Lower your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Stretch your body out into cobra and push back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. If you have to pedal your legs out and your knees, go ahead. Step forward into standing forward bend. Inhale your arms up and come back into prayer pose. We're going to repeat the vinyasa a few more times. Inhale your arms to the sky and swan dive forward. Lift your head up and take a breath and relax back down. Step your feet back into plank pose. Lower your knees, chest, and chin, and push your body forward into cobra. Push back into downward facing dog. Take several deep breaths here. Step forward into standing forward bend. Breathe in, look up, and bend back down. Swan dive your arms up to the sky and back down into prayer pose. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend down. Step back to plank, knees, chest, and chin. Push forward to cobra and back for downward facing dog. Take several deep breaths here. Step forward into standing forward bend. Take a breath and look up and bend back down. Inhale, raise all the way up, and bring your hands to prayer pose. Last round of vinyasa. Lift your arms up to the sky and swan dive forward. Lift your head up. Exhale, bend back down. Step back into plank pose. If it's available to you, come down in four-limb staff pose. Rise up to upward facing dog. Press back into downward facing dog. Step forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend back down. Raise your arms up to the sky and come back down into prayer pose. Come seated on your mat and prepare for cat-cow. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale and arch your spine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push up. Inhale, dip down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, push all of your air out. Arch your spine and deeply inhale. Exhale. Inhale and come to neutral spine. Next, we're going to do some hip rotations. Go ahead and take your leg and rotate it in a circle with your knees bent. This is to increase your flexibility in your hip flexors. Side. And rotate your other leg. Press back into child's pose. Come to your hands and knees and prepare for pigeon pose. Bring your leg forward so your shin is facing the short edge of your mat, and stretch out your other leg. Depending on how forward you decide to press your shin will increase the depth of the stretch. If your leg only makes a small angle, that's okay. You can work towards making your leg into a right angle. Breathe into your hip muscle. Pigeon is a powerful pose, so take your time and let your body relax and fall into the pose. Remember to breathe. Lift up and press back into child's pose. Prepare for the other side. If you can't come all the way down to the ground, that's okay. These are different hand positions until you can work yourself all the way down. You can also come down on your forearms. Bring your other leg forward. You might come to find that one of your legs is more flexible than the other. Bringing your foot closer will make the stretch easier and less intense. Bringing your leg out will intensify. Find the perfect position for yourself. You shouldn't feel any kind of intense pain. You want to feel a nice, deep stretch. Deep breaths. Remember your intention. Feel your hip flexors melting into the pose. Lift your body and come out of the pose. Come into staff pose. Bring the soles of your feet together for bound angle pose. Flap your legs up and down to help with releasing the muscles. We're going to be doing a lot of movement here. Go ahead and rock side to side or go in small circles. This is going to help prepare your thigh muscles for stretching. Go ahead and switch directions. Remember to keep breathing. Release the pose and spread your legs out wide. You don't want them to be so wide that your muscles feel very tight. You want them wide enough to where you feel a stretch. Lean over to one side. If it's available to you, stretch all the way down. Deep breaths. Come up and switch legs. Keeping your toes pointed towards the ceiling, stretch out towards your other leg. Again, if you cannot reach your forehead to your shin, that's okay. Stretch to your own edge. Release and come up. Now we're going to stretch from one leg to the middle to the other leg. We're going to do this several times and slowly increase the speed. The back and forth motion is going to warm up our inner thigh muscles. When you feel your muscles start to release, you can increase in speed. Slow down and come up to neutral. Move your body to one side and then the other. You want your shoulders towards your thighs. When you feel ready, lean forward. If your belly doesn't touch the floor, that's okay. With time, you can stretch and get there. Make sure to use props if needed. Take a deep breath and feel yourself fall deeper into the stretch. Release the pose and come up. Slowly bring your legs in. Use your hands if you need to. Rest with your head on your knees. Come to Thunderbolt pose. From Thunderbolt, we're going to move into Frog. Coming on your hands and knees, move your knees away from each other. You want your legs to eventually form 2 right angles. If you're feeling any discomfort in your knees, put a blanket underneath them. Sway back and forth to help loosen the hip muscles. In time, your whole front body will lay flat on the floor. Frog is an incredibly challenging and intense pose, so make sure you take your time and you don't force yourself. Remember to breathe. To intensify the stretch, bring up your upper body and rock back and forth. Move from side to side to feel the different parts of the stretch and to get your body nice and deeply stretched. Don't forget to breathe. Use your hands to lift your front body and slowly bring your knees in. Take your time to bring your legs in. Frog is an intense stretch. Come to lie on your back with your knees facing up. Cross your ankle over your knee and bring your arm through your legs and hold on to your other knee. Bring both knees forward. Figure 4 stretch is going to stretch your hip muscles and all the muscles that we worked today. Release the pose and switch legs. Cross your other ankle over your knee and bring your knees in. Release the pose. Your legs out. Bring one knee to your chest. Take that knee across your body and twist. Look in the opposite direction. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Release the pose and switch legs. Bring your other leg to your chest and twist it across your body. Hold on to your knee with your opposite arm and stretch out your other arm and look in that same direction. Release the pose. Stretch your legs out and prepare for Shavasana, corpse pose. Breathe deeply and let your body incorporate everything that you've done today. Thank yourself for coming to your mat and practicing. Breathe deeply. Thank you for joining me today and expanding your hip flexibility. Namaste.